across the morning sky. All the birds are leaving. Ah, how can they know it's time for them to go?
I was a pretty happy baby. I had a good family life. I was pretty much surrounded by everyone in my family since I was born. My parents got divorced when I was about 5, so that changed my whole family structure around quite a bit. I got a new stepdad, a new stepmom, a new stepsister, a half-sister. So altogether I had 3 sisters, one real sister who's Mandy. She's 2 years older than me, whom I've been the closest to probably out of my entire family since I was born. Her and I have always had a really close connection. I was waking up every morning, vomiting, passing out. I had lost a lot of weight. I was really pale, and I was usually a really tan little girl in the summertime. When we arrived at the hospital, we were greeted by a nurse who actually had a wheelchair, and this confused the hell out of me because I was just wondering why it was necessary to have a wheelchair. I didn't think I was that sick. She took us to the elevator and got us up to the 9th floor, where she wheeled us down the hallway to a room with my name on the door already. That's when we realized we were going to be there for a while and something seriously was wrong. The next morning, we were told by the doctor that I was going to be having a bone marrow biopsy. And he told me that this involved a hole being drilled into my hip bone and parts of the bone marrow being extracted for testing.
Acute lymphocytic leukemia is a disease characterized by lymphocytes replacing completely the normal bone marrow. The result of that is that people do not have the normal bone marrow cells and red blood cells that they need to function. And the bone marrow provides red cells. It also provides platelets, which prevent bleeding, and it provides all the white cells that fight infection and mediate the immune system. If those are absent, then people will have infection, they'll have bleeding, and as the lymphocytes proliferate, they may even experience pain.
The next month was filled with so many different kinds of treatments. I lost my hair, I was having needles stuck into me every which way. I had a surgery where they put in a portacath, which is this is the portacath. It is like an IV because chemotherapy is too strong to go into your regular veins in your arm, so they have to put this in your chest. And it connects directly to one of the larger veins in your chest, and the chemotherapy can be distributed through that. So it has a little rubber cap right here. It's all under the skin, so you can't even see it. It looks natural. And this one was actually up here where this scar is. So it went from there and went all the way down. So, and I saved it, which people thought was gross, but... They had programs such as Camp Chemo, which is a week-long camp for kids ages 5 through 18. You get to do things that most kids with cancer usually can't do, and it's really emotional. Everybody gets really close to each other, and we just all have a lot of fun. Another one of the programs was Lasting Impressions. That's a teenage cancer support group where it's for kids ages 13 through 19. We go on 3 trips a year. They took us to amusement parks, sailing. We went camping in the mountains of North Carolina. We did all sorts of different things, and it was just great to be able to share experiences with other teens that were going through the same thing. Finally, the cancer was gone. 2.5 years later, I was cured. In those 2.5 years, I went through 3 bone marrow biopsies, 70 spinal taps, 3 surgeries, 2 weeks of cranial radiation, intravenous and pill-bound chemo, steroids, and 2 bald heads. I don't feel like I really missed out on anything in my teenage years by going through this. I think that it made me a stronger person. It made me realize what's important in life, like friends and family. It made me really want to strive to do better. It also opened my eyes to the thing that I love to do now, which is photography. Spending time at Camp Chemo made me see just people's faces and the different emotions and moments that you can capture on film, and I just really love looking back at those moments, and I wanted to do that. I think it's great to be able to share something that big in your life and make something good of it and share it with other people.